Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Antarctic Cup after our lovely little dinner break. Oh, we are going to be joining the round 4, which is the round of 16. And as of now, all of the games are going to be best of threes with map votes for the first round for the first map. So this map might look a little familiar since the round 3 was on Taldrum Altar. But this is going to be round 4. And in the bottom left spawn location, we're going to be having our Grandmaster representative, CuHz. And who's his opponent going to be, Sean?
I love my Protoss. I really do. But those Marauders turned toss to goo, which is why Aries went Zerg. In the top right corner, the pink Zerg.
I believe Aries is, in fact, Master?
Let's check with our handy-dandy Google Chrome. Aries. He is, in fact, Platinum.
What?
He is, in fact, the Platinum Zerg.
What?
Yep.
We're going to have to fix your mic volume after this game, but what? How did a Platinum player get to the round of 16?
Smurf.
So how hard did you tank your account, says CuHz? Because he's a fucking Platinum in round of 16. How the hell did he get to the round of 16? That's really impressive.
Assuming it's a main, yeah, that's like crazy impressive. Yep, he is the only Aries in this tournament. Kinda hard. Well, he must be diamond. He must be diamond level.
Well, who did he play against?
Let's find out. Let's go straight to the bracket. The handy-dandy bracket, which is not to be confused with the handy-dandy Google Chrome.
CuHz is going to be going Nexus first, by the way. Pool is almost up for Aries, and he's also looking to go take an expansion, which has just gone down. And, yeah.
And, yeah, pretty much that's...
Standardo. Hey, Andy, how's the volume?
Yeah, it seems I'm a bit too quiet.
I just turned you up, big time.
Yeah. By the way, Andy, I'm sorry, I can't actually post on Reddit. I need more karma. Oh, I have an idea. In order to get me more karma, go to...
Oh, God.
I'll post it in chat. Actually, no, this is actually a good idea.
It is, it really is.
To get me more karma so I can actually hype this, I hope Penguin's actually watching the game.
I am, no worries.
Okay.
Forge is done. Gateway is about to finish. Nexus is going to be finishing up before the hatchery is. So Aries is going to be a little behind in economy that way. He's just getting his own first gas. CuHz actually hasn't taken any gas yet, so he's only now going to be grabbing his first assimilator. Queen is about to pop at the main, and well, everything's looking really standard so far. Just taking a look at the worker supply, it's 24-20 in CuHz's favor. So the Protoss is actually leading in workers, and Aries is doing really well, keeping his Zerglings running around, trying to keep map control, making sure there's no shenanigans going on. There's actually a probe that's not going to be seen by the Zerglings down here, just sort of chilling. It looks like CuHz might go for some hidden tech down here, and that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool to see. So yeah, I posted the link in the chat.
Lings are gonna find it. Yes, I know.
Oh wow, beautiful play by those Lings. I love Zergs who know how to do this, and I actually think that's really what gets you from like platinum, from platinum. I'm not gonna say like from that platinum level to that diamond level, is just like that ability to just be all over the map with your Lings. Your Lings are constantly active. You're constantly like making sure that it was worth those 2 larvae that could have been drones to actually get those 4 Lings out, and that's exactly what Aries is doing. I absolutely love it. It's what I'm trying to get incorporated into my Zerg play.
CuHz is looking like he's ready to take some hidden tech down in the bottom spawn location, but the Lings are about to run in there and find it. It's almost as if Aries is stream cheating by looking into the future, but Aries has actually turned around his Lings. He's going back home, and he's not going to see the hidden tech.
I'd like to see Aries play versus Infinity TTF.
As Terran.
As Terran, yes, as Terran. And now this Z-Lot gonna come in and gonna kill quite a couple.
No, only one. Only one.
But yeah, just one Ling. But yeah, the Zealot not getting all that very much in kills. So yeah, while nothing much is going on, guys. Yeah, so just go to that link and give it a couple of upvotes if you want me to get the karma that I need to actually hype Antarctic Cup for tomorrow, and that will be really great. And yeah, tell your friends, family, tell your StarCraft friends, tell your non-StarCraft friends, because of course we do enjoy getting people into StarCraft. That's just awesome. And
CuHz
oh
is
my
going to be
god,
throwing up a proxy pylon here. It has been
finding another.
scouted by the Lings, and I like this from CuHz. He's throwing this down just in case. I mean, it's nice to have something close to the base, but I think it also puts in Aries' head, okay, this is where he put his pylon. Aries doesn't know this is down here, and the Twilight Council has finished up for CuHz, so I'm interested to see whether he'll throw a Dark Shrine down here next to this pylon that's just hidden down here.
Yeah, but Aries, man, just all over the place. And I just don't. I'm not sure what either player is going to do. I know what CuHz is going to do because he does have his 4th, 5th, and 6th gate making, as well as Blink being researched. So I think we are going to be seeing a Blink, a 6th gate involving Blink. I don't see a Robo. Oh
The
no,
Robo
wait,
is
it's a
building.
5-gate Robo. It's a 5-gate Blink Robo. So I
Phenomenal
am,
tactic. The tactic is,
yeah,
and that is
it's
exactly why
5-gate
he
Blink
has
with.
this. That's exactly why he has this pylon here. It looks like he might be able to hold it, and if he's able to hold that pylon, then he'll be able to blink right on into the main, and that is not what Aries wants to do. Wants to have happen to him. It looks like he's going to be able to take out all these zealots, and he should actually be able to clear off that pylon. Nope, more zealots being warped in. And will he be able to get the pylon? I don't think so. No.
No, it's going to be up to that one Ling, and he's not going to get it. And yeah, so yeah, 5-gate observer blink observer, quite standard form of aggression. Not exactly all in, seeing as at the end of the day you still only have 5 gates, and you're not pumping stuff out with that observer. You're not pumping charge out
You're
that
not
Twilight
pumping
Council
stuff out with that observer.
or with that Robo.
The observer
See,
is my favorite building.
sometimes you have what is called a caster mishap, and when you actually have a nice and considerate co-caster, he sort of saves you from it. And then sometimes your co-caster is a total dick, and will just just use it to screw you. So yeah, +2 weapons going down on the forge. So he's actually looking to expand behind this. At the end of the day, 5 gates, not exactly all in, but at the same time a very aggressive play. But also, yeah, the proxy pylon had gone down,
Mm-hmm.
has gone down in the time that I wasn't looking, and this third base here going down, and this third base is a little restrictive for Aries. It does mean that he cannot get roaches. It does mean that he does have to get mutas out if he wants to be able to control the map, because of course, pure lings, this is not ZBT. Pure lings cannot control the map against just a bunch of gateway units. So
This is, however, ZBP, which means these mutalisks are going to come in huge handy on Tal'Darim Altar. And
absolutely.
why don't you talk to us a little bit about Muta play on Tal'Darim Altar? I know you love your Muta play on Tal'Darim.
I love it so much. I love it. I love it. I love it because CuHz should be able to deal with it. Eventually, he does have the Twilight Council up already, but at the same time, just the psychological aspect of knowing that you have to be managing all sorts of stuff. Like, Muta control is not the hardest thing in the world. It's not the easiest thing, especially when you're playing against a Grandmaster, and Aries still has an uphill battle ahead of
Ooh.
him. But
Gonna
having
lose. Ooh, really nice blink. Gonna take out 2 of those mutalisks. And
it's great, but here's my thing is that the fact is that CuHz, when he had to keep those stalkers in his main, otherwise he would have taken a bunch of damage. So whenever your mutas are out on the field and active, this is especially tolerating cross spawn. If just take a look at the third, take a look at the natural, take a look at the main. If you have enough spines at any of those bases, 3 spines here, probably going to get a couple more, probably going to get some spines over here at the third base if it continues to go mass muta. If it continues to mass mutas, that is. Suddenly, when your stalkers are up here, just getting slowed down as heck by those spine crawlers, and then your mutas are in your main, you're going to lose all of your probes if you try and commit to an attack. And then suddenly, Zerg can feel incredibly safe just with any base that has spine crawlers in it. He'll feel safe.
I have to
So
say
like he
though,
can take.
I have to say I love this observer placement. Every time the mutas have swung in, he's seen with an observer. There's the observer up here above the main.
Beautiful placement.
It allows him just that much time, just enough time to react to it. And there's also one right down here, right next to the mutalisk, that's also going to see the zerglings. He can see exactly what's going to be coming towards him. He has enough time to sort of react. And I really love this play.
Indeed, I feel like this is I feel like this is a build order that was designed to get Copperheart's 3 bases.
Here we
Actually,
go.
the build order was a 5.
Mutas are in the natural, and they're only going to be able to take out a pylon there. Will supply ball Copperhearts though. Ooh, really nice blink. Oh, phenomenal storm. He's going to go down. Ooh, that hurt. None of the mutas actually died to the storm, but those are very low health.
And it's kind of like taking damage on your Reapers in an early game. It's like those mutalisks are effectively dead for the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And now suddenly map control is up for grabs. It's on the fence, and that's the big thing about controlling your mutas perfectly is that you can have the risk of going into your opponent's natural without actually going in. And when you snipe that pylon, that's great. It's guaranteed damage, but at the same time, it's no longer guaranteed damage when you lose a ton of health on your mutas. Ooh, but a DT in the third.
Oh my god, I didn't actually see that. It's actually going to be whittling away at the zerglings rather than the drones. But going to be able to get 9 kills on that so far. And mutalisks are flying in, but there's no detection here yet. And there are 3 more DTs somewhere. I saw them warp in. Oh, he's going to be sending one over to the 5th.
He's going to get the spore, and there's no way to wall it off now. Now he's got to build another spore. And finally, the spore comes up and gets a couple of hits on... The spine gets a couple of hits on the DT, but...
There's a spore there. He should be able to deal with this now. But that is a phenomenal DT. DT had something like 15 kills. There is one whittling away at the 5th down here. It's already half the health on that expansion. And there are more of them on the map. I just don't know where. Oh god, there's a warp prism on the way as well.
Oh man, yeah. This is turning.
Oh, he doesn't get the. Ooh, he doesn't get the hatchery. Very close though.
Doesn't quite get the hatchery. But here's the thing: is that if Aries plays this right, he shouldn't really be in all that bad a position. In a lot of other maps, especially on like Zelnaga, if your opponent goes for Dark Shrine, you're under a threat of DTs all the time. What I like about Tal'Darim is that with the right creep sped, there's some really cute spots where you can just put 3 spine crawlers and 1 spore, and suddenly you are Dark Templar harass is just completely negated.
This
right
warp prism is going to be taken out by all these mutalisks, and that would have been really great. That would have been a great warp prism, but nope.
A very late warp prism 4 game.
Well, he has an absolute ton of High Templar right now. He has 12 High Templar in this little ball at the front, and I love this because it's a pure mutiling build from Aries so far. And I mean, a couple of storms and they'll all die. I mean, that's the truth of it. And there are more than enough Templar in there so that even if he misses a few storms, not a big deal.
Yeah, the pathogen glands going down, but that is not exactly going to be like High Templar are so good against infestors. I feel like Aries' mistake right now is that he never put a Roach Warren down.
Ooh, a storm goes down. Not the best. Oh, I love that. He feedbacked to the Overseer and killed it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now suddenly, any lings that accompany those mutas are going to be under a great threat of DTs. Not exactly the biggest thing to worry about. Now he's finally going to get another Overseer. Sorry about that. But yeah, I feel like this would be the perfect time to just get a bunch of roaches. But at the same time, it's like you just don't. He just doesn't have the Roach Warren. And that's why a lot of
Storm going down on his own units. Not the best Storm. Will feed back the Queen to kill it. Using a Storm to kill a couple of lings. Actually, he'll get good damage on the lings that are running into reinforce as well. So not actually that bad Storms. There is a Warp Prism on the field now as well. And I think now would be the time for him to send individual DTs to some of these expansions over here and see what he can do with that. It looks like Aries is going to go for the counterattack and he's going to go for the base race.
This is absolutely the right decision. I was talking about roaches and I was full of it because, of course, the Stalkers and Templar were halfway across the map. That's when you go in for the counterattack with the mutas. And now, oh, that's a lot of cannons.
Whoa, holy hell. That is actually 12 cannons in that base. and he will not be able to break the front of this very easily at all. It seems like CuHz is actually the one playing how Aries should be playing, with all the static defense holding the units at bay. And
6 Templar in the main. There's no
oh,
way the Mutas can break that. I feel like oh no, the Mutas should have just gone into the natural. He is on 3 base, and Aries is on 5 base, or
well,
4 base.
4
Sorry,
now.
now. But oh no, he cannot engage this army. This is a huge stalker-heavy army. All those Blink Stalkers will rip apart the Mutas with that storm support. And I feel like this game is going to go to CuHz because Aries just didn't handle it right. I feel like he should have worked his way out with the Mutas, gone to the natural, and worked his
Oh,
way to
phenomenal storms going down to the Lings. Lings are not long for this world when there are storms being used against them. And Warp Prism is going to even shorten the rush just a little more. He's going to actually delay the Mutalisks coming in. And just taking a look, the Mutalisks are 0-0, and the Stalkers are 3-1.
And he got the Greater Spire.
Oh,
I feel like it's just...
You're way ahead of me again.
Okay.
But he is now moving into the main on my screen, and is going to be sniping the infestation pit. And this looks long over. I mean, Aries still has decent mining going on in his third. His fourth has kind of a bit of mining going on, but I mean, overall, it's just this ball. There's just not enough to deal with it, and especially since there's still that storm support. I just don't see Aries ever being able to attack. And he's being cautious with his mutas, which is kind of what he has to do. But he's not actually doing any damage, and he should have gone for the base race when he had the chance.
Yeah, and now he's taking so much damage. What time mark are you on?
I am on 22 and 15 seconds. Tons of storms going down, and all of those Lings are going to die. Broodlords are already dead, and there's a couple mutas left, but it actually looks like he might be able to clear this up.
Yeah, it looks like he will be able to clear it up, but at what cost? He has lost 2 bases compared to his opponent actually having lost none. That's the thing. A lot of Zergs feel about the 3 base. A lot of Protoss like about the 3 base turtle is that even though you're really far behind the economy, like if you do enough damage with that 3 base push, it doesn't matter. You can take 3 other bases, mine out of these 3 bases, take 3 other bases, and do it all again. Meanwhile, you're just killing your Zerg over and over and over and over again. And eventually, he's just going to run out of money.
Definitely, and I mean, CuHz is going to be grabbing his 4th down here, and right now Aries is on 3 base, and one of them is almost out of minerals.
And yeah, and I just don't like seeing green on a Greater Spire. I look at the Greater Spire, and I see these tooltips, and they're both green. They're both level 1. No upgrades on those flyers. And if you're going mass muta, you have to get those upgrades. You are going to get stormed by anybody who's above the bronze level. Because at bronze, they'll be like, oh, I'm going to have to make Phoenix, and then their Phoenix control is really terrible. That's not the case. Once you break Silver League, it's that they're going to make Templar, and they're going to start keeping them in their bases. They're going to start taking them on pushes. You have to get that carapace. You have to get that carapace. Have to get the mutant flyer attacks.
And even if he's not going mutas, which he's not anymore, but even if you're not going mutas, even if you're going broodlords, the broodlords, I mean, they're very hard to kill even without the upgrades. But I mean, a broodlord with 3 armor is so hard to kill. It's just totally worth it, even if they're already hard to kill with 0-0. It's just totally worth getting the carapace upgrades, and we are going to be seeing CuHz is going to be moving into the 3rd, well, the 4th at this point. We'll kill all of the main arting drones, and there's just really nothing to deal with this at this point.
Yeah, and now he's morphing Archons to deal with those Broodlords, but I feel like those Archons are at 2-1, which basically means they could run under the Broodlords, storm the Broodlords and themselves, and the Broodlords would still die first. It's like... just the upgrades. Upgrades are so important past the 5-minute mark, or past the, let's say, the 8-minute mark. Is that the upgrade war is significant, and quite frankly, 2-1-3 is better than 0-0-0-0-0-0.
He actually, you're right. He has no upgrades on his Lings either, and that's horrendous. Oh, he has two melee attack.
Plus two melee attack.
But I played a game. There's the GG from Aries. But I played a game just a couple days ago where I was in the ZVT and he was absolutely dominating me in every single way except for upgrades. And then I was like, well, okay, he's killed me basically. I'm just gonna take all my drones, take my really reasonably small army, and go for a push. And I won because I had 3-3 and he had 0-0.
And it took him forever to kill your drones.
My drones were taking out his tank lines, and it was like. I mean, upgrades are incredibly significant in this game.